We're live. Oh, I'm staring at you. As you're sitting there. Here, we'll look outside at the water. All right, let me get this. What am I doing here? I gotta turn it this way. There we go. There I go. Okay, let's see if we can put this on here without hitting the off button. Bear with us. I don't know if it's on there. All right, let me move over.
Yeah, you get over there and.
What side?
Don't matter. Alright, maybe. Hi, folks.
Hello.
How you doing? Doing good, doing good.
We are live at the same time.
We're multitasking.
We are.
Yep.
Sure, we're good at that. We might get in here.
Okay. It is on. Okay, welcome everybody. Our live guests and our guests on the World Wide Webs. We are going live right now. We are rolling live right now across the world, across the United States, across Port Huron.
Across it. More than we get the world.
Yeah, the world covered. Well, we can go out to outer space and cover that too if we absolutely need to. I am the Baron. This is
Sindee night.
this Sindee night. We are the Baron and Sindee night show. Like I just said, we are kind of multitasking. So we are live on our podcast right now, but we're also with a studio audience. So welcome all of you folks. Take a break, shopping and all that stuff. Anybody go swimming yet? No?
No.
I feel like I gotta go jump in. I just feel that should be done. Drop in the lake.
I didn't know they had that Johnny Nooner yesterday with all those boaters out there.
Oh.
Pissing and shitting in the water.
Good thing we're rated R. This is shit.
I'm sorry.
We're a rated R show.
Oh, yeah, we are.
And movies everywhere, yeah.
I will try to keep my language to a minimum.
Fire.
Fire. That's on fire.
So how many of you have seen our live feeds?
Okay.
Good.
Well,
Here we go.
I said we're the Baron and Sindee Night Show. Our studio is in Lansing, Michigan. We do our live show every other Thursday, direct from our studio, and we bring on live guests. We don't do that weird little Zoom thing where we have guests that are in our studio, and we bring in all sorts of fun characters like musicians, haunt actors, paranormal people, authors, bands. We've had Virtue, a Virtue.
They are
Michigan
Michigan.
band. They travel the world on tour. We've had them on our show and so many others. This is what, our fourth year?
Yes.
Our fourth year doing the show.
Well, and a little bit of our background is we do Rodu's World Antiques in Lansing and the other side Paranormal and Mortuary Science Museum. So we do a lot behind the scenes.
Yes, which is kind of what they call this thing we're doing here, behind the scenes, but it's not really behind the scenes because we're right here, we're live telling you about the show, but so I don't know how much behind the scenes we're going to get other than, we build our own sets. It's just us, our tech guy, sometimes a couple tech guys helping us run the show. Sometimes we do live audiences in our studio where we invite people to come out and watch the show live in person. Those are always fun and people really enjoy that. Mr. Jerry's checking.
We're in trouble.
Shh, everybody be quiet now. You don't want him to hear what
I
we're
feel
just
like I'm
talking
being
about.
called to the principal about that.
I know.
Come on.
Come on, Jerry. You're making us
That's
feel like
not that
the
way.
principal. No, Jerry never makes us feel that way, 100%. But yeah, our studio is Screencraft Studio. It's been around since 1995, something like that. Well, we did our magazine in 1996.
Don't add that.
In the 90s, we started Screencraft Studio, which started out as a publication, Screencraft magazine. I wrote screenplays. Miss Sindee Knight, she's been around longer than the Baron. Hate to say it, but she has. She was the editor and the columnist for Screencraft magazine. So she's been around a long time. I'm just a baby. The Baron's just a little baby.
I said, don't age me.
But yeah, we started as a publication, as a magazine. We built haunted attractions, dark art photography by trade. I'm a professional photographer, even though I pretty much retired from that because she keeps me too busy doing other things. We've developed Screencraft Studio into many different things, morphed into different things, and as of late, it's always been in the scary business, the scary thing business, the paranormal business. It's always been that, always will be that. But we started Voodoo's World of Antiques back in technically 2016, even though we really didn't get it off the ground until about 2020 or something like that. Going to festivals and flea markets with our wares. We got tired of breaking down and setting up, breaking down, setting up, breaking down, setting up. So
And bringing things in the process.
yeah. So we opened up a brick and mortar, Voodoo's World of Antiques in Lansing, in Rivertown. So if you guys are ever in the neighborhood, come by and see us. While you're there, we also have the other side, Paranormal and Mortuary Science Museum. Which is,
Thank you for the stars, Laura.
Thank you, Laura.
And we are live as we are sitting here.
Yeah, so we've got people watching over here and responding that she's responding to here. We've got you folks here, so lots of things going on here. So
Yes.
if we're talking over here or answering things that you guys didn't hear a question, that's why.
Right, I'm just ready to go, yeah, thanks.
But the Paranormal and Mortuary Science Museum has really taken off. It's a really cool experience because one, it's a very small museum. A lot of times when you go into a museum, it's a big building, you walk around and you look at really cool things, which I have no problem with, but there's a lot of those out there. So we decided to do a guided tour, kept it smaller, more personalized, and everything we put in there, one, we reinvestigate 100% to make sure the claims are valid on it. We don't want to tell anybody things that aren't true and try to blow smoke up people's ass and stuff like that. But because it's small and personable, you have a lot of experiences in there. A lot of people don't make it through the whole tour. It takes about, it's supposed to be a half-hour tour, but how long did I take?
45 minutes to an hour.
I talk a lot. She'll probably smack me when I'm talking too much up here because she likes to talk too, apparently.
I do.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you're ever in the area, the museum is really cool. It's a very unique experience. You can always expect something to happen in there, feeling something, if nothing else.
Well, you can also see the investigations on our Screencraft Studio YouTube.
Yeah.
There are a lot of paranormal groups that have come in and investigated their investigations on.
Yeah, we've had several teams all over the country that come in there to investigate. One of our most recent ones was off the charts ridiculous. We had 4 different professional teams in the building. Our building itself is a big old 1924 car dealership. So it's really old, Hudson, Essex car dealership. So it's a really old building with lots of activity. We had 4 professional teams in there all at once, investigating different sections of the building itself and in the museum and in our shop. And then we had 16 ticket holders, public ticket holders, that were able to join them. And the things that were happening there, we haven't seen ourselves. We are skeptics. We are skeptics that have worked in the paranormal industry for over 30 years. That just means we don't believe everything's a ghost, not everything's haunted. So, again, lots of things you're going to experience in here. Did you have something?
No, I was waving at that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She'll throw me off too when things are going.
Right.
I got something to say. If you guys have any questions at any time, this is all impromptu. We don't do anything staged. We don't do any scripts, even on our show. So if you guys
And
have,
like you're in school.
yeah, just say, yo, I got a question.
We came in late. We were just, what was the name of the museum?
The other side, Paranormal and Mortuary Science Museum. Actually, I will leave out here on the counter. You guys can come up and get them. They're flyers that has a QR code that takes you everywhere. Our show, our YouTube, our shop, everything. Somewhere, oh,
And we also have our purse here as well, if you haven't seen it. In the
Yes.
purse section.
The Dark Knight is our newly acquired purse that we take to all our shows. She's a beautiful car. We picked her up in Wisconsin. Now, what's fun about this is a lot of people that get purses, a lot of people get them nowadays, understandably. They get them used, of course, and they buy them from somebody that's at a user. So it's been out of service for years, maybe even decades. Ours we picked up on a Sunday in Wisconsin. The last funeral for her was on that Saturday.
Day before.
So we picked her up.
Fresh.
We got the fresh death smell, and when we got in the car to drive her away, and it was pouring down rain, so windows were up. It's, you know, we had to stop at Walmart really quick to get air freshener. Because it was a smell to remember. And I'm used to it because I used to work in the business. Well, she did too, but in a different capacity. So she wasn't around the death like I was, the fresh smells of death. She was on the administrative end of it.
What do you mean? The funeral home business?
No, we transported that.
Transported dead bodies, plus I did autopsies. I was what's called a diener, which is the assistant. So I was the guy cutting everybody open and giving the pathologist the pieces and parts while he's eating a student sandwich.
What's the weirdest experience of that?
Well,
I know what mine is, but go ahead.
the weirdest experience the first time I did it, actually cut open the body and everything, no problem cutting him open, pulling things out, had everything out of him. I could literally look right into his cavity, right down into his spine. There was nothing in there, a little bit of fluid. And I literally, I swear to God,
You're making her sick back there. What's wrong with you?
I literally said, oh my God, this guy's dead. He's not coming back. There's no way he's coming back. That literally went to my mind that he's dead. You know, because just seeing it all open and all his pieces and parts out. So that always stays with me. And then the worst thing about it is when you cut the skull open, it's the smell. Skull dust is the worst smell because it stains your nose. You think it's the body fluids and all that. Yeah, it's not pleasant. But the skull dust is really bad.
See, now I gotta be a little more PG.
Yes, yeah. So, no more questions.
So what we want to know the one that I know is right there.
Drop by our show at 4 o'clock. We'll be going live again.
Or after this.
Yeah, questions afterwards. We
We're
might
not
be
late lunch, so I'm not letting you go.
we might be doing our show out there. We don't know yet. We're not sure if
We
we're
haven't figured it out. But anyways, you had the one lady that liked to take testicles.
Oh, she was a pathologist, yeah, from MSU, and really good pathologist, real old European lady, and she collected testicles of the deceased for study apparently. I got a hold of it was for study.
Just walks in and wants them off. I don't.
During the process, yeah, she would the
Open them?
and the testicles went with her. So I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't ask. So
You just let her go.
but yeah, she was my boss. I don't know.
Could be a little piece
They
of
look like
fresh
our
chem.
Pretty much.
kind of feel like it.
Yeah, like I mean,
Wait, look at her.
Yeah.
I like her.
They feel like our boiled eggs do.
yeah.
See?
So yeah, that's definitely interesting experiences. I guess a little bit more about our show. Like I said, when we do a show, we like to keep it like this, loose. You know, we don't script anything. We just like to
Rated R.
rated R. That's always the thing, especially with some of our guests that have no filters whatsoever. I'm getting better. I really am getting better.
I think I've gotten worse.
Probably. Yeah, I get better, you get worse.
I know.
But yeah, the show we like to keep it flowing in a fun, entertaining way. Because again, we got people watching us, like our friends over here. You might get bored quick. I mean, people they don't have the attention watched was at least a half hour, you know, the sitcoms and whatnot. Now it's like shorts. Everybody keeps going, you need to do more shorts. I don't have the patience. Well, I don't even know I don't know what you call it. I can't stand just watching 30-second videos after 30-second videos. I can't do it. So for you to produce them is even worse. So she's probably going to take the helm at producing shorts. I'm not a fan of, but you know, I guess you got to do it. But yeah, we keep the show political free. It's huge because we have every type of person, Yeah, we see enough political crap on the
Just drama in general.
drama in general. Keep it off the show. We tell them before they come on the show, we're going to have fun. We're going to talk about whatever we want to talk about, but it's not too political. Period. No drama. It's fun. It's light. We're promoting you, so is that the way you want to promote yourself? No. I want to make sure we do that.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, I'm getting caught up.
Okay. A little bit about Voodoo's Worldwide Teachers. Now, what's interesting about Voodoo's, well, I guess some funny stories. Just the fact that it's called Voodoo's, which is my nickname. It was before we ever did anything
Aren't
like
you
this.
special?
Yeah. Well, our dog is being Voodoo too.
That's
So
no, he's special.
everything's. But what we did is.
Bye. Bye.
No more testicles for you guys, hey. That's a very busy night show right there. I mean, you say what we gotta say. But it's funny because you know we've got a little bit of everything. It's an oddity shop, so there's just crazy, weird things in there, oddball things. But people literally, before we had the museum, they treated it like a museum. They'd come in and they'd have the cameras out, just literally looking at stuff. Oh my God, this stuff's so cool! Video, pictures. And you're like, it's really cool, isn't it? Yeah, it's all for sale. Now, you can buy this stuff. And they're just like blown away that they can buy this stuff. But they continue to still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we opened up a museum. So now they sometimes won't go in the museum, but they'll still come in the shop treating that like a museum. So I don't know what the next step is with that. I don't know.
I don't think there is one.
Yeah.
We also do, I don't know where you guys are from, but we do a lot of different events too. So the shop is actually New Orleans based. So we do a Mardi Gras. Usually closest to, I think it's actually Valentine's Day this year.
Yeah,
that we're
it's
having.
always usually the Saturday right before that Tuesday or the following Saturday.
And then we just had our Haunting in Rio Town event, which was huge.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
That we had a lot of fun. We have a haunt there, and we have paranormal investigation, which we hit on earlier. Then we had the investigation in the evening that we sold tickets for.
Sorry.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Do you guys ever go to a paranormal investigation? Do you guys into that? Yeah. What was your best place you've been at had the most activity?
She's seen a lot more activity than I have. Around the same, but Stacy right here is my guru. I'm part of
The Ohio State Reformatory.
Oh, that's nice, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pretty active place. You folks, tonight they got the tours and the investigations to get on board with it. You're into that kind of thing. Some people aren't.
Okay.
If nothing else, it's interesting. Like I said, we are skeptics, so we
Most we've done is like the oddities, curiosities.
I don't know that.
Well, we like that.
That's why we thought we'd check this out.
Yeah.
We'll be there too.
Yeah, we'll be at Oddities, Curiosities, and Grand
Here.
Rapids just on Sunday.
Which one is your, oh, that's the Capital City Comic Con.
Oh, Comic-Con,
That
yeah.
you're doing, speaking
Yeah,
of.
when it comes time.
See? You're gonna start seeing us everywhere.
I would see the guys from Sunset Garden.
Oh, nice. That's cool. For our folks that are watching on the World Wide Webs, just if you're tuning in, we are at FrankenFest in Port Huron, Michigan, on the grounds of the Fort Gratiot facility, which has a big old lighthouse and a hospital and a Coast Guard station. And I don't know what this building was. Any idea? Anybody know what this building was? I don't know. It's a cool building. But we are here at FrankenFest. We'll shows till 5 o'clock, but then they got the tours and the ghost investigations that start after that, so there are things going on. If you're in this area, then it's later in the day now, so I don't know how much time you have to get here, depending on how far you're away, but lots of things going on, lots of vendors. You can go swimming, which I keep grabbing to do until she said something about pooping in the water. So I don't know about that now.
Right, you're like, yeah.
I still would.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
You will.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any other questions? Well, you got anything that we do or?
You guys been buying anything up there? What kind of cool stuff? We haven't been able to look for vendors. I mean,
They have a lot of cool, there's a lot of cool vendors, stickers, a lot of artwork, a lot of crafts, a lot of people are getting creative.
yeah, they definitely get creative with,
I'm a big D&D nerd, and they have this crochet mimics, like the chest.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like actually, they have like crochet.
We have mimics that are.
our son sculpts them by hand and makes it all sorts of really cool. I never knew what the hell a mimic was. It's a mimic.
Somebody comes in and goes, oh, you have mimics? And he's like, what?
What the hell's a mimic? I thought my son just made that up, but no, I guess that's a Dungeons and Dragons thing or something. So.
Yes.
What about you guys? You find anything cool out there that you gotta have?
Not yet, we just only did the first run. so
First run,
We'll
okay.
go back out.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to stay away from it, just because we go to these shows every weekend. We're during the summer and into the fall. We're at doing these shows all the time. We keep buying stuff. It's like, man, that gets expensive.
Yeah.
So we just bought a Jeep Rubicon yesterday. So I'm like, really staying away from the vendors, which we normally don't do. We love the vendors, but it's like, man, we just
No noise in it.
Yeah.
gotta have toys.
Buy a hearse, buy a Rubicon. I mean,
And we got a weird selection of vehicles.
Yeah.
Our neighbors look at us like, what the hell are these guys? We just had some people moving behind us from Texas. And, I think they're just like, what did we get ourselves into?
Hey, you like your neighbors.
You like our neighbors. Well, I like one of our neighbors.
I
So
would
that's our
also.
son. Our son lives right next door to us. So you guys have the World Wide Webs. As always, man, send any questions. Let us know you're here. Cindy does have access to the
I do.
the thingy over there. And I know our perspective is up and down, and normally it's landscape, but because we're going direct through Facebook, because we didn't want to bring the studio over here from the hospital, which is where we've been doing our live show pretty much throughout the day. We didn't want to drag all that over here, so we just brought the phones and do it Facebook weird way.
You're weird.
It's really weird. You don't think that's weird?
No.
I think it's weird.
It's
Not
mine.
used to it.
What do you want?
I know, but it's not what we're used to, so.
How we started.
Yeah.
See, now you guys know. This is how we started actually. Just literally, basically, I think it was in our carport.
Yeah, we started the show, we started doing this podcast in our house, in our living room, because our living room looks like our oddity shop, I mean, you just imagine. So it was decorated cool for the sets that we had, but then yeah, we go out into the carport outside if it was a hot sunny day, and do it out there, and I get everything just expand and make it bigger and better, and so then we have the studio, and that's one of the unique things about our show too, is we take a lot of pride and time in the set of the studio.
Well, he did.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do. I like building sets. But we'll base it on who the guest is. If we had a young lady that was an alien abductee, fascinating lady. It was just a few weeks ago that she was on. Super fascinating. She's not out there looking for fame or fortune. Just listening to her story was incredible. If you want to go back again on our YouTube, you'll find it on there. You can see the next part of us.
Well, you'll actually see from the beginning, we actually have, when Facebook decided to delete your lives after 30 days,
Yeah.
we started transferring all our own shows.
About 200 shows.
Yeah.
All at once transferred over.
So you can see how we started, and then to where we are now.
But we kind of designed the set, at least a little bit, sometimes subtly, based on the individual that's on the show. So with her, I MUFON, the director of MUFON, Mutual UFO Network. He was on our show, and the whole set was full-blown space alien thing. He thought it was cool and everything. She probably would have been okay with it too.
Probably, she seemed pretty.
Yeah, she was freaked out. I mean, it was interesting seeing the emotion when she was talking about her experiences. They still happen. She was talking about her first one being in the crib at 3 years old when she was first contacted, and she remembers this experience. And she said it happens every year of her life, sometimes a couple times. So, pretty incredible. Welcome, folks. Now, did y'all just sneak in here to get out of the heat, or did you really want to hear the Baron and Sindee Knight Captain talking?
No, we want to hear it.
Okay.
Wow.
Welcome. We've just been talking about a little bit of everything, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the Baron and Sindee Knight Show. We don't have, we're just telling them we're unscripted, unfiltered. We just ran a couple people out because they didn't like the testicle talk.
I think you were grossing her out. Right? She was like, yeah, I'm out here.
Yeah, I think they enjoyed it. They got a little deep removal of testicles. But we are live right now as well. I mean, we are, yes, live with you guys, but we're also live on our podcast show. So that's what the camera is, and we're looking on that phone there to follow the comments on that. So, welcome. If you guys have any questions, feel free, because we probably missed a lot of what we were talking about, or if you want to know something about us or the show, feel free to just chime in.
But like, if you guys were, since I've got actual like people I can ask,
Yeah.
like, what type of things would make you interesting to watch, like what we do? Like, is there a certain type of guest? Is there certain topics that you guys like enjoy?
I guess what we're saying, we're into the paranormal research, investigations. We love calling upon the local people, especially in, say, Michigan down to Ohio.
Yeah.
It's like pretty much where we go, where we're able to go.
We do get a lot of paranormal people on our show. Ghost Contact Paranormal, which is a big one. Nicole Beauchamp, paranormal author, and she's the founder of Tri-City Ghost Hunter Society. Yeah. Afterlife Road Productions.
We are working very closely with her. She's actually we all together. We are putting on a seance in our building that we are selling tickets for.
A traditional Victorian New Orleans seance.
Where's that going to be taking place?
In our building,
In
so
Lansing.
we do have flyers over in the hospital.
Yeah, if you go over to the hospital, even if we're not in there, on our table where our remote studio is, there's a big flyer on the table.
If you can't get in, just let us know and I'll bring one.
And then again, if you guys have these, it'll take you to our socials that have that
I'm
information.
going to ask you when you're having that.
When is that? September?
I think.
Yeah, it's in September, on Saturday in September. But yeah, we've never done
I think
something.
it's the first Saturday. Don't quote me.
First Saturday, it's hard to say. Who knows? But
Well,
yeah,
you
it's
guys.
September.
Where are you from?
No, what would be interesting?
Things to watch their podcast.
Yeah, who'd you like to see on our show? I got a lot of connections.
I get bored with him. I need help.
We were always interested in paranormal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So paranormal.
People like paranormal, which
Yeah.
makes sense. We do our shows do quite well when we have paranormal people on there.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if we've got somebody that's paranormal that's coming up soon. I don't think so. We got some first people that are coming on.
That's the same, yeah, we do that. Like, actually, Victorian Sense, that sounds right up our alley, like what we like.
Oh yeah, definitely check that out. You know, grab one of the flyers. I think it'll be unique just because I've never seen anything like that myself. So
Yeah.
I guess there's a whole lot to it that she's got to put together. And
Yeah, we're letting her run with it.
yeah. I wouldn't know what the hell I was doing.
Like anything spiritual,
So we, just again, for our folks that are watching live,
You know, I keep saying I'm gonna do a drinking game when he does that. Every time he says,
do I get to drink when I do it too?
no,
Oh.
because then he won't.
Correct.
Yeah,
We're live out here at FrankenFest in Port Huron. We are
Wait,
actually
see, right now.
multitasking, doing a live, what do you call this? We're doing a speaking engagement
That
lecture.
we did, no, we were.
Yeah, we didn't know we were doing this yet. We were on the schedule for 2 o'clock for, I guess, since we were booked here several months ago, but I didn't know we were actually doing this until we came in today. He goes, let me show you guys.
Right, I was like, what?
Yeah, we're like, what? But it's fine, that's fine, I can talk.
Yes.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Break some?
Nope.
But
That's what I got this.
we are live at FrankenFest in Port Huron, Michigan at Fort Gratiot. You guys still have time to come down here and enjoy the day. It's a beautiful day. Nice cool breeze coming off the lake. And lots of vendors and food trucks and performers. There's an acrobat. One of those, what do you call them? Ridden acrobats or whatever.
Ribbon dancer. Yeah, just a ribbon dancer.
No, the
No,
hang from the.
Yeah, it's hanging. It's-
Suspension.
Yeah, some sort of acrobatic thing.
It's aerial.
Aerial acrobatic thing. Performance.
That's what I call it.
Big old beasts walking around in costumes like monsters and stuff like that. So lots of things.
Well, since they're into the paranormal, we'll just go there and let them know some of the experiences we've had in our building.
Okay. Go ahead. Tell me your recent one.
Now he's talking.
Tell them that. Well, that recent one of you when we were leaving the shop
Oh.
after our big event the day after.
Yeah, that one made me a little less skeptical, because I'm usually really, I'll try to debunk anything. But it was, we have a back work area that the owner uses and he stores all the stuff that she's mad about.
The building owner. Yeah.
But, there's a, like, spotlight from the back door coming towards the door that we would walk through to get out into the parking lot. And when waiting for him to set the alarm, I'm standing there at the doorway and I see shadow legs walking across one of the light areas that would cast a shadow. He comes up behind me, he's ready to go, he's about ready to yell at me, and I wasn't afraid I wasn't afraid that it was a ghost, I thought there was somebody back there. And finally I was like, I'm gonna go, he's behind me, there's somebody in there, he'll take care of it. So we went through and I told him when we got in the car, and I'm like, we had to debunk that. I said, that's freaky. It was literal
Their legs.
legs.
2 legs. Yeah.
Two legs, literally like walking, and you could see the shadow.
Neither one of us were moving at that time because I was behind her. So yeah, the next day.
Yeah, well, when we went to go debunk it, there's no way we could have cast a shadow, because the way that the light was coming, the shadow, you would have to be on the
The
other
person would
side.
have to be walking, yeah, the direction we were
Right.
heading.
Yes. And then we were walking through trying to debunk it, and I kept telling him, that's not the shadows, that's not the shadow, it's not the shadow, there was no
We
feet.
couldn't recreate it.
Yeah, so literally what it was is like the shadow was actually casting opposite of what our shadows were casting, with no feet.
That's not the first time we've had shadows. You've seen shadow figures out the corner. of your
Yeah, but I
eye
always
back there.
discount those.
And that's the thing, you can, but the fact that you've had those and the building owner had those, she said she was seeing shadow figures back there. One of the paranormal teams goes contact, when he was investigating there one time, he had a shadow back there. But that week, that Saturday before that happened, which was just a couple days prior to her experience, we had that multi-team investigating there with ticket holders and whatnot. And just in the museum alone, there was an incident where Tri-City Ghost Hunter Society was inside there with their group, and they were trying to communicate with a specific doll that was in one of the cases, and they had a piece of equipment in there, a REM pod and whatnot, and they were getting these voices back on a recorder.
You guys know what our body is. It's just a box with an antenna, and you have to touch it or get near it for it to light up and make those
reading some voices back on her spirit box, which is basically just something that pushes out voices and stuff like that. Well, it was in a different language. So she switches, she puts a translator app, and she says it's Russian. Coming back is a Russian language. So she comes out to tell us there's this doll in there that's pushing out this Russian language, and I'm like, holy crap. And she wouldn't have known this. One of the dolls in that case, we've had mediums and sensitives and psychics work with that doll, and even just regular guests that have always said that they're picking up a Eastern European or Russian spirit or energy attached to it. That's what it always had attached to it, that Russian, Eastern European. So she was like surprised with that, but it just gets worse or better depending on how you look at it.
Which one do you like?
They're in there again working with that same case, and this is a big, heavy curio cabinet with a lot of stuff in it.
Well, with a heavy 25-pound.
Crystal ball,
Thank you.
just a lot of stuff in it. Super heavy, a very sturdy floor, and they're filming, and all of a sudden you hear this bang, bang, and everybody just kind of scooped back as if someone were sitting on the floor thinking this thing's coming over. But they said it lifted up twice and literally bounced.
She does have the video on
Yeah.
her page.
Yeah, Nicole Lower.
That.
But we went in there to try to debunk it. You know, we were very interested, and happy because she came out and showed us the video, and we're watching it, we see the reactions, and then we hear this thumping. So we go in there, I'm jumping up and down, I'm 190 pounds, up and down in front of it, trying to see if it moves at all. Nothing even budged. Went outside the museum, going into the back where she was talking about her shadow figures. There's two big wooden doors, opening and closing them, slamming them.
Right?
Wasn't
Pushing on the
budging
wall.
that thing.
Yeah, that thing wasn't.
So that's just one of the many, just a few of the many things that happens in there. Just a crazy, crazy reaction of what people did in there. They get ill, nauseous, back pain, headaches, tiredness.
Makes you want to come over.
Yeah.
Well, if you're into the paranormal, that's what you want. You want to have experiences.
You do.
It's cool to look at stuff, and that's why we do what we do. We give the backstory is everything we put in there has to have a backstory, a valid backstory.
Yeah.
Everything from our human anatomy to the dolls to the mortuary equipment, which again, we tell you how it was used, what it was used for. Or eventually, once we do expand, we're going to actually demonstrate. I'm going to demonstrate how and why these
And real
things are
people?
used. Yeah, I'm going to freaking hook people up to the embalming machine, get my troll car out, and just gonna start poking and prodding and filling them up with embalming fluids, and I'll go to prison and I'll have to get a new tour guide.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to survive that.
Probably not.
No.
But I'll give you our first experience too, when we knew nothing about the building.
This is the bathrooms.
No. I mean, we have kind of toilet humor, but you know,
Well, there is one in here. It's here, back there.
making our security person laugh out there.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got one more story and then we're going to bail.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
because we're so used to talking.
Yeah.
I can keep going. So yeah, that story was when we expanded. We were sitting in our shop rearranging,
At night.
as I like to say. And he was outside, I don't know what he was doing outside the shop.
In the lobby.
Yeah, and all of a sudden I hear him talking to me. So I go out the door and I go that way to where I think his voice is. And he's over here going, "Where are you going?" I said, "I thought you were over there." And then then it was both of us, we actually heard that. And we're like going outside. Is somebody outside? Is somebody in the building? We don't know.
I went out into the parking lot to make sure nobody was in the
Yeah.
parking lot talking loudly. There was nobody out there. We thought maybe our neighbor, which has he's got a clothing store that's adjacent to our shop. We thought maybe he was in his shop, came in when we didn't see him. It was that clear. And there was nobody in that building, and that's happened several times. Where it's hearing
Is
voices.
it like a muffled voice or is it like
What's funny is it sounded like him, but I couldn't make out what he was
Yeah.
saying.
So it's clear, but you can't hear what they're
They're
literally
saying.
saying, but it's like,
You
almost
know
like
something's
my
happening.
voice to you guys right now. You know, and they just, it's a crazy active building, so I highly recommend, again, you guys in Lansing, swing by and check it out, it's a pretty cool place.
And the YouTube video with Crystal Talks, she actually, she's more of a psychic medium. She told us stories about some of the items in there, and she was spot on because we had previous investigations that confirmed it. She just was more in depth. And he made me laugh because he was literally like, she did it for her.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't tell her anything, and she just kept saying,
She
you know
already
what,
knew.
you know what the test, you know what?
Yeah, she was telling me anything about it, holy crap, so I just let her go. All right, folks, that on both sides here are in-studio guests and our World Wide Web guests. That wraps up this segment. We will be back on at around 4-ish. We're going to be actually trying to...
Not here.
Yeah. We're going to try to be out here with the light in the background. We have not done that, so we think that's going to be pretty cool. So y'all join us back at around again 4 o'clock, and we will be back with more jibber jabber. And offending people,
At
young
least
people,
live.
at least people that are watching this on the World Wide Web, they can just subtly creep away. You know, they're like not wanting to hear about testicles anymore and stuff. So that's all I got, Cindy. Take it away.
Where am I taking it?
Do your thing. Close this up.
There, see, he's doing it. All right, guys, pre-bit real, you're gonna have to go shut it out.
Okay.
now.
Yeah, go ahead and grab pliers up there.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we're gonna be heading,
Sorry guys, I am like trying to,
we're gonna be heading back that way. I don't know if you guys have the.
I'm gonna say, oh, finish right there.